Now that we have loaded an image onto our composition, let's watch what After Effects allow us to do on the image. First of all, on the timeline, if we look at the left of the file name, we have a little arrow pointing the file name. If we push the arrow points down and appear a transform menu that also has his little arrow that pushing allows us to see all the options about the transformation of this menu, of this image, sorry. The first voice is the anchor point. The anchor point is the reference point of any transformation we are going to do on this image. What does it mean? Right now, the anchor point is in the center of the image, is this point right here. So if we operate a rotation of this layer, we can see that the pivot point for the rotation is exactly his center, where the anchor point is. Put again the anchor point, the value of the rotation in 0, and now let's move the anchor point outside of the image, and we perform once again a rotation. As you can see, now the picture is rotating differently from before. The value of the anchor point, the coordinate of the anchor point, use as a reference the coordinate of the image. So if we put the anchor point in 0, 0 of our image, the anchor point is on the top left corner of our image. Here below we have the position of the image, but referring to the anchor point. So if we move our image, as you can see, the position of the image is changing. We can perform the position transformation, also pushing on the value and dragging with the mouse. But if we move the anchor point, we are also moving the image, but we are not changing the position of the image, because this is because we are moving the anchor point referring to the image, but we are not moving the image, because the anchor point is still in the same position, that is 217.2 and 18.9. By moving the position, we are moving the anchor point and also the image. But moving the anchor point, we are only moving the image in its own reference coordinate system. Here below we have a value that is the scale. As you can see, we are scaling always referring to the anchor point. And we are scaling proportional, because here there's a little chain that block the two values together, so we can grow or reduce the dimension of the image in the two axes at the same time. If we click on the chain, we are breaking the connection between the two values, and we can scale just one axis at a time. Using again the chain, we can block this proportion, and so we can scale once again together without breaking the proportion we created before. We can also use the handle in the monitor windows here, just dragging any corner or any center point. But when you scale using this handle, while you are scaling, if you push the shift button, you are creating once again the proportion that was created at the beginning, so the proportion of 1:1. As you can see here, you are putting once again 100%, 100%. The last value that we have in our transformation menu is the opacity. With a value of 100% in the opacity, our layer is 100% solid. With a value of 0 in the opacity, our layer is 100% transparent. So with any value in between 0 and 100, we have a sort of transparency between this layer and what there is below. In this moment we have just the black, that is the background of our composition, but there is nothing down of this layer. So we are blending between our image and nothing that in this moment has a black color.